G'day guys, alright, so we are in a Jayco Silverline 2023 model. What we've done to this van is an absolutely enormous build. This van came with a 200 amp hour battery, two 100 amp hour batteries, and very basic solar array, a couple of 200 watt solar panels on the roof. Nothing more than a 12 volt system. What we've done to this is we've put 1440 watts of solar on the roof, a 310 amp hour 24 volt LifeTek battery, full Victron suite, Touch GX up here in the overhead cupboard. We've also added a Gusto DRS. We've added some Sirocco fans into this van for these guys, and we've added a couple of extra bits and pieces that they've asked for. But these guys came to us as a referral through another client. They have actually just retired. They sold a business recently and are planning on traveling for their retirement. So this is their retirement home. What we discussed with them was one particular scenario that they were really concerned about was being really able to go off grid for extended periods of time, not needing to worry about power. They actually did spend a couple of trips doing some traveling, and even though they don't have the ability to run 240 volt appliances off grid, which is normally how you discharge and use a lot of energy in your van, they actually did run out of power as well. So there was a couple of things wrong with their system. I actually found an issue with the projector unit down here. There was a connection issue on the projector. The solar connection had actually fried. It had melted. So that had actually stopped the batteries from charging from solar. So they were actually only able to charge the battery whilst traveling. They did have a DC-DC charger underneath here. So when they were off grid, they actually were running out of power. You know, their fridge is a three-way fridge, but it does need 12 volt to run. So when it's on gas, obviously the little control panel here needs 12 volt supply. So even though they had a gas fridge, they still weren't able to use it because their battery ran out. So anyway, that was a you know, a conversation that we were having. One of the other things that they found on their travels as well is this van actually leaks quite a lot of dust. So they didn't want that. One of the issues that they had with their fridge was actually the amount of dust that was getting into the van actually affected the way the fridge was operating. So we have first of all put in a Gusto DRS. We've actually, in these vans, sometimes we do Caravans, sometimes we do Gustos. It does really depend on the van and the roof space available, what roof hatches you have, how much overhead cupboard space you've got. These guys have got quite a lot of cupboard space. We've actually mounted the Gusto at the front, and what that's done is actually put it down next to the hot water system in a space which wasn't overly usable anyway. Controller in the overhead cupboard up here. Now, as we've discussed, this is a three-way fridge. So one of the conversations we were having was around whether or not they were going to change over to a compressor fridge. They've decided that they're going to keep the three-way for now. And then if at some point in time they feel the need to replace it, they will. These Dometic fridges are quite good from the perspective of being able to function in hot climates and obviously keep air moving through. They've got an internal fridge fan, which is great, which is a bit better than the older three-way fridges. So they're going to keep that, but it does consume quite a lot of energy. They can run it on their inverter, off their battery, but as we say to everybody, it does consume 4 to 5 times more energy than a compressor fridge would do. So if you are off grid and you're concerned about your battery usage, then you would switch this over to gas, which is totally fine. No problems whatsoever. So that's an option. At the moment, whilst we're testing, we are actually running this fridge on our battery, on inverter, and we can have a look at that up in the overhead cupboard up there. So as you can see up here, we've got the inverter running. We've got AC loads of 300 watts, so that is the fridge. And as you can see, we're in mottled cloud today, so we're sort of jumping up and down 600 watts, 800 watts of solar, but essentially we're maintaining our battery at close to 100%. So even though the fridge is running on 240 off the battery, we're still maintaining 100% charge in the battery whilst doing that. So down here underneath the bed is where we always put the systems in these Silverlines. It is where the system exists normally from factory anyway. So we do utilize this space. It makes a lot of sense to put it down here. Because it is a slide out, people don't generally store too much equipment stuff down here anyway. These vans have got so much storage in them, it's ridiculous. The front tunnel is enormous. So if you've got storage of tables or anything like that, you can do that in the front. So utilizing this space down here for your battery system is great. So we've got our 310 amp hour 24 volt battery. We've got our inverter, our Multiplus 3000, and then we've got the rest of our suite of chargers. Now, because this is a 24 volt system, there's a couple of other bits and pieces in here that we need to make sure that we're able to operate the system correctly. So we've got a converter down here, 24 to 12. But as always, we have a DC-DC charger, which goes 12 volt from the vehicle to 24 volt battery. And we've also got the ability to plug in a portable panel. So 1440 watts of solar on the roof. So that is two separate arrays. So we've got 260 watt panels and 200 watt panels, and they come down through two separate solar regulators down underneath the seat. Solar isolation, battery isolation, fusing for the inverter, and then obviously all the controls. So with the Victron system, you have your Turbo GX and the GX Touch, which we've already touched on. And that gives you full control. And as we discussed with the Victron systems, if you are connected to the internet through Wi-Fi, through your Turbo, through Touch, then we can dial in and we can have a look at what's going on and just give you some advice or check in to see what's going on, let you know you've got to do some firmware updates or that sort of thing. So that's a really nice feature. As with all of our vans, this has been fully integrated from a 240 volt perspective. Completely compliant, fully signed off. All the solar's compliant. Obviously, we've got all of our compliant battery scenario down here. The LifeTek battery is fully compliant to the standards. It is enclosed and vented, which is vented to the external part of the van. So although it is a box with a battery in it underneath the bed, it is fully compliant to the standard. It's also got all the correct protections built into the BMS, and the cells are certified. So the other things we've done in this van, as I discussed at the beginning, we put a couple of Siroccos at the front, just in the living space. This one only had a couple of Siroccos in the bed area down here, so that's, you know, they asked for a couple of extra Siroccos. So the Gusto control is up in the overhead cupboard up here, which you can see. The other thing we've done to this van as well is the client actually asked for a sensor light outside, so we've just added just a nice little white sensor light outside so that they get some light when they come to their door as at night time. All right. Once again, guys, this is a massive build in this van. These guys are about to come and collect it this afternoon, so we're looking forward to doing a handover. So we'll see you in the next one. 310 amp hour, 24 volt battery. So that's equivalent to a 620 4 volt, like it's same size. 3000 inverter. Got circuit breaker, RCD, that's all. If you got any questions, guys, don't hesitate to hit us up. Get us on Facebook or Instagram or follow us on YouTube. Cheers.